spyware is a software code that is concealed from the user. Normally, its purpose is concealed, its activities are concealed, and even its existence is concealed from users. It's normally accidental. Most people acquire spyware by downloading something that where spyware is attached to it. Not all spyware is illegitimate, and a lot of spyware companies will actually, or spyware producers will have agreements with ordinary software manufacturers along the lines of, when people download your software, our spyware will accompany it, sort of coattailing into the system via that. So that it happens a lot that way. The other main way that spyware gets in is people involuntarily clicking on things or indiscriminately clicking on things, opening emails where perhaps they shouldn't, clicking on executables, especially ones from the internet, and this can end up installing or downloading software that they didn't know that they had. The general accepted technical features of spyware is the fact that spyware is capable of using your internet link to upload information without you knowing about it. And so you may have heard of, or people may have heard of, Trojan horses. These are code embedded in what may apparently be legitimate software that have legitimate purposes. Let's say, for instance, you decide that this is a great looking calendar program that's being freely offered. It promises to keep all my birthdays for me or whatever. So you download it, but you don't realise that that's really just a cover for another piece of code that from then on exists in your PC and is capable of actually contacting the internet using your link in order to transmit information that it finds back to some unknown third party. Most experts would recommend that you don't open anything that you weren't expecting or didn't order. For example, say you get an email that says, click on this link in order to get something like that, but you didn't expect that email and you didn't solicit it, right? Then the general advice is don't open it. It's the number one way of doing it. The other one is to avoid things that are too good to be true in terms of free software that's available. You have to realize that the more free something is, the more likely it is that they have to make their money some other way from giving it to you for free. And probably the third important way, or none of these are guarantees, but the third one is to simply don't download anything from companies you never heard of. This is a master's level research, and I'm at the stage where I've just completed a confirmation of that research. This basically means that I've completed a survey of literature on it. I have come up with some interesting research questions that can be answered, and I've devised methods for gathering that data from from certain people in order to help with that research. What are the precise factors that motivate people to download and install software that may potentially contain spyware? Why do people ignore end user license agreements and notices, for instance, and how these factors might interrelate? For example, is there a relationship between a person's level of IT literacy and their willingness to download software containing spyware?